Good morning, y'all. It's Rick with Uncommon Communion and happy May Day. Let's begin, as we always begin this time together, by recognizing and realizing and affirming that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of God and each other. So I'm coming to you before I start work on this May Day. I am a trainer, and some days I am able to stay at home and work from home. Other days, like today, I have to go out and lead a training. And it looks like my dog Lucy is a little active in the background today. So hopefully she is not stealing my thunder here. But so I thought I'd come to you a little bit early today and also a little bit briefer, perhaps, because I do need to get downstairs, eat breakfast, and head out the door. Today, May Day has two meanings, I think. It is a festival that has been celebrated for a very, very long time. You may wonder why it is today. We think it's May 1st, and it's the first day of the month. We are roughly halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So the pre-Christians in Europe, who we would call kind of derisively actually pagans, uh, did you know pagan just literally means earth person, kind of a person of the earth, right? It is halfway between those two. And therefore, this time, this date has been celebrated for a very long time. So it's a good day, I think, to just recognize what we talk about here being a planetary pilgrim, right? To celebrate the world around us, the natural world, the world of the cosmos, the world of the micro, the macro, the everything. A day to celebrate. Also, it is a day to act and a day to really, I think, begin to steel ourselves for more action that is to come. I posted on my notes, if you follow my notes, I posted on there last night a video that I watched um, by one of one of the people I follow, Glenn Kirshner. I trust him. He's a former military. He is a former JAG, a military lawyer, and he records these really direct, straightforward, legal ease videos, but it explains things. And his last night was striking because he has been following the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case and the ways that the Trump regime has been stonewalling on that and how they've been changing their story. And he picked up on the fact that you might have seen this headline that in an interview, I think it was just on Tuesday, that T. Rump said that, sure, I could bring Abrego Garcia home, but I'm not going to. So we have here for the first time Trump himself being defiant, saying, cutting through all the crap that had been said before that, oh, we can't bring him home. He's in El Salvador and blah, 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 blah. Here is Trump saying very specifically, I can, I won't. Now, keep in mind the administration, the regime that Trump is overseeing truly now is a dictator, y'all. That is dictatorial behavior. When a leader is openly defying the courts, that is what authoritarianism, that is what dictatorship looks like. And we have reached that point. And Glenn Kirshner tells us that and really explains that. He also brings in something that I think we do need to start thinking about is the role of the military, the role of law enforcement. I won't kind of steal his thunder. I really do hope you watch it. It's an amazing 10 minutes. I'll try to put the link in this post as well. The military, they take an oath to the Constitution. And you'll hear him say they are trained to know that they do not follow unjust orders, right? And not just unjust, anti-constitutional orders. That's really the heart of it. And Trump has already talked about using the Insurrection Act, which is allowing active military troops to be used against Americans on the streets of the United States. And we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer to that. So I bring this up because May Day is today, a day of protest. It's a day of action. I hope that you have a place you can go, bring a sign, bring a bullhorn, bring your friends, and go out and use our First Amendment rights, y'all, because we have to use them. We have to exercise them because we are reaching a point where it is going to be an inflection point, a pivotal point of history, really, because if we do not stand up and fight for what we have been given, and we have been given this. Just the other day was the 250th anniversary of the shot heard around the world in Concord, Concord, Massachusetts. I've been there. I've seen that. I've stood at that bridge. And it's the history and the legacy that we have been given. Well, it is now our time. We are the ones that have to defend that. And we will defend it not with violence, not with bullets, but with love and joy and humor, dance, acting, whatever it might be. We will stand up to this tyranny. And it is tyranny now, y'all. And it's getting worse every day. Just last night, I don't know if you saw this, T. Rump was phoning in to somewhere, and he was talking about riots in Harlem after his Harvard, proclamation order, what he did. And he's making no sense. This is a man who is deeply, deeply in trouble at this point. I think mentally in trouble, possibly physically in trouble. We have no idea what his health records are. He's never released those. And yeah, this is where we are, y'all. So hope to see you out at a protest. If you are in Westerville, one of my Westerville friends, I will not be at the protest. I'll be adjacent to the protest. I am working at Good Vibes Winery, where I work pretty much every Saturday. Been doing it for a dozen years, and I will be there. So if you are out for the protest today in Westerville, come by and see me. You can use the bathrooms there if you need it. Pick up a adult beverage, a nice glass of wine, and hopefully we'll see you there. So I want to end with a prayer from this book. I don't really use this book very often. I really, every time I open it up, I really am like, why don't I use this more? There's so much good stuff in here. But it's called Every Moment Holy. It's actually 3 volumes. And this is a prayer before teaching. And I will be, again, leaving here in a little bit to go and train. I train individuals, new staff on crisis de-escalation. How do you recognize when somebody that we support, and these are folks with intellectual and developmental disabilities, how do you recognize when they are becoming emotionally escalated? And if and when they become physically escalated, how do you safely diffuse that crisis? So so I've got 4 people, and it's a 3-day training, halfway through, and let's pray as I go off to do some teaching today. I'm sure you will be doing somewhere, somehow you will be helping educate someone, and may this be our prayer today. O God, who is in wisdom laid the world's foundation, remind me that it is no trivial task to teach, to inspect and wonder, to discipline and discern, to see the world through the eyes of those still fresh in learning it, to show them nature as you made it and invite them to know it more fully. Skipping ahead a little bit. You have given me gifts with which to serve you, not to assure me of your presence in my life, but to enable me to be your presence in the lives of others, not to bolster my fragile ego or to care for or to quell my insecurities. Teach me to direct them, my students, to true goodness, to knowing and imitating you, to beholding the beauty of a dandelion, a novel, an idea, an equation, and in all of this, the harmony of all creation, the thread of brokenness and restoration, the appearance of injustice, and the coming justice of the whole world. Let me remind them and remind myself that its goodness, the world, the creation's goodness, sings of you. Again, thank you all for joining me today. May you have a wonderful May Day. Blessing and good. Be well.